How are we doing, guys? Chucky Boy here again, bringing you another highlights video from the Master League series. We've got a little bit of a different one this week. Today is because we obviously had a live game, a live com in midweek, and which only leaves 2 highlights in this video. So there's only 2 games we're going to go through. And yeah, so that's it. It's just a slightly shorter video than normal. So the first game, as you saw on the screen right there, is actually a home game again against Douglas Haig. Now, obviously, as you can see on the screen, also they have the fake kit that's assigned to that team. I haven't actually got around to making their kits yet. I have not even made a basic kit for them. Not that I had a lot of time recently, as I explained in the live com. So I just thought I'd try and get through it with this fake one. You're not going to see many fake kits. I don't think a few is going to really matter too much. And you know, it's only for one game, so it's not really a problem. I'll explain the kits in the next game are sorted out, kind of, as well. So I'll explain when we get into that one. So yeah, we've got another home game, and obviously after the ridiculously good performance in the live com game, you know, we scored a few goals in that game. It was probably the best game of the season for me by far. This, I would obviously, if we're taking the cup games out of it altogether, the great results against San Lorenzo and Tigre, which weren't amazing games by any means, but you know, the results themselves were great because we got through. I would say the last live com game was a huge improvement on our league form. So I was looking forward to playing these games, and yeah, it's just players were not tired. I got a few players that were in form as well. And so I said I was going into this with a real sense of, you know, I could actually do something in these 2 games. But in the first half of this game, as you've seen, there's not been many chances yet again. I think there's one attempt each maybe. So it's not a lot again in it. Pretty close, to be honest, in the first half. And it's just one of those games where I struggled to break them down for the first part of the game. But as you can see here, we've got a long shot. The keeper parries it out. Leone again with a long shot, and there we go. Finally got a tap in. You know, that's the kind of goal we need in games like this, where you're struggling to make chances, you're struggling to do anything. I found myself just passing the ball, trying to create space, but not being able to. And then all of a sudden, you know, that's not a bad save from the keeper by any means. The header's not great because he goes straight to my player, and that's also not a bad save, but it just happens to fall to me again. One of those occasions that you're happy you had somebody there, and it was obviously Chirimboni, who we all know by now he's not very high on my players that I like, but you know, he scored. That's 2 in 2, I believe now, maybe even 3 in 3, which is, thinking about it, not great for the fact that I don't like him, but you know, is popping up with a few goals. And as you can see again, we've got, you know, Walcao, who is not he's not on that list at all. You know, Walcao has proven to be a really good partnership with him and Marchand up front. They were a nice little 1-2 between the 2 guys there. Some decent football for a change in this game. Like I said, it was one of those games where I struggled to make things happen, but this is one of those occasions where we had a little flick around the corner, a lovely 1-2, and it was pretty simple really, just hoping that he would finish, and as he has done most of the time this season, he finished nicely into the bottom corner. So always great when those things come off in games like this where you're struggling to do things. So I normally have a question for you guys in these videos, and this video will be no different. This question would be, quite simply, based on what you've seen up to yet, I think we're not far. I think we're 6 games away from halfway through the season. I was going to save this for halfway through, but I kind of want to do it now. The question is, give me your predictions on where I'm going to finish this season. Pretty simple, you know. Do you think I'm going to get promotion? Do you think I'm going to be outside the promotion spots? Maybe mid-table? Maybe even lower down, you know. We've had a decent start right now. We'll see the league table after this game and we'll know exactly where we are. But, you know, I want your guys' opinions. I've had a few guys mention that, you know, they're really enjoying this series, so I want to, you know, kind of get those guys involved, and yeah, I want opinions on as to what you think I'm going to actually do this year. So it's nice to get feedback from you guys, thinking, you know, hopefully we can give me some decent feedback. There we go, there's the league table. We're currently 5th, which is great. Moved up in the table. I can't exactly remember where we were in the previous game, but yeah, we've moved up. And as you can see in this video, in this game, sorry, we are away this time, and we are playing a team called Fero. I'm not going to pronounce the whole name of the team because, yeah, again, it's one of those that I can't pronounce and I don't want to get wrong. So it's just, I'm just going to be called Fero from now. And as you can see from the kits, guys, this is basically what I've done. Is I've made a basic kit for this team for now. I will obviously add to it in the future, but as you can see, it's literally the correct colours and the correct combinations. No numbers, no names, kit manufacturer, and the badge itself. There's no sponsors, no nothing yet. This is kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly go and do this, I think, maybe over the weekend, and try and get as many done as possible. So at least every team's got this basic kit. And then, as and when I've got more time, I can add to it, you know, in the future. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. That's not a good thing in recording. But yeah, I can add, you know, sponsors and tweak the designs a little bit and stuff like that, as and when I find the time, really. But I think this is a better way than having the fake kits that you've just seen in the previous match. So, you know, I think that's the plan. But as you can see, guys, we're on 32 minutes yet again, and we've had one highlight. It's just, yet again, another game where I struggled to do anything. I mean, there's obviously a nice save by the keeper there. But it's just, both of these games right now are a similar kind of level, you know. Obviously, we're at half-time and nothing's really happened. And I think you're going to get these games quite often. This is what I would normally expect from an away game. This is the kind of game that I expected from the previous away game that we played so well in. So, you know, sometimes they're a bit shocking when they turn up, and games are not like this when you expect them to be, you know. I mean, look at that. I was restricted to doing things like that, and, you know, I was nowhere near, really, but that was all I could really do. I couldn't get through. And I think in this video, pretty soon, I think coming up actually from this goal kick, you'll see me actually change the formation. I was that sort of desperate to try and do something different. You see me start changing the players around in a minute. Yeah, there you go. I bring Mendes further forward. I actually put Chirimboni actually goes. I move that position completely. He becomes a striker. I move the other two guys a bit further wide, make them support strikers. And as you can see right now, Chirimboni goes right up front, so it's a 4-3-3 effectively, which is different to what I normally play. I actually make a mistake here and forget to move some players around and make some substitutions and stuff, but I'm going to do all that now. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that I was going for. I had to try, you know, something. I do this every now and again. It's not something I do on a regular basis, though. You know, if I've got a formation that I like, I tend to stick to that formation. I don't really go for it that often. But this was one of those games where I kind of thought, do you know, I've got no chance unless I change something. And I think those games come often, those games come around every now and again where you've just got to do something, or it will end up just being 0-0 and nothing will happen at all. So yeah, I tried it. I made a few changes. You know, move Leone onto his right hand side so he can cut in on his left hand side, maybe on his left foot, because we know his left foot's pretty good. And yeah, I'm just hoping that something would happen. And this highlight actually comes a few minutes after the change, and it's, you know, just something where players link up a little bit better. So I was kind of excited as to see what would actually take place in this video, in this game, sorry. And right here we actually get ourselves a silly booking. It's one of those tackles that if I'd taken maybe another 2 or 3 steps I would have made quite cleanly, but I just timed it wrong and he went off. Obviously, you know, we got ourselves a yellow card and he went off injured, but I put that in the video because I want to talk about yellow cards and stuff like that. I've not had that many yellow cards. I'm finding myself actually making pretty good sliding tackles. I've had maybe, I think 2. I think that's the second yellow card I've had all season, which is not a lot really. And I mean, that's including cup games and everything, so you know, it's not bad. And it's just one of them things. I don't have them very often, so I thought I'd put it in. Plus, he got injured as well, which kind of helps. You know, if you do that and get somebody injured, then it's all well and good. But as you can see, guys, a 0-0 there. I think that's the second 0-0 of the season. So there we're back down to 8th position now. So, you know, I'm happy with that position. I really am. I expected to be around here, which is where I want to kind of finish. I don't want to go up like I've explained before, but we'll go through all that in the next video, guys. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again next time.